BMW M5 Generation von 1948 bis 2023. Das ist ein geiles Video.
This is going to be really exciting. I've gathered together every generation
Boah, krass. Das ist der allererste M5, Bruder. M5. Es geht hier um M-Reihe, ne? Den kenne ich gar nicht, Digga.
of BMW M5, E28, E34, E39, E60, F10 and F90. And we're here on a drag strip, so I'm going to race them over the standing quarter mile because I'm Matt Watson and you're watching Car Wow. Buy, sell,
Car Wow.
The way we're going to run this drag race is to do it in heat of two cars
Ach so, okay, die machen ein Rennen.
going head to head.
Lass mal kurz die Optik.
The way we're going to run this drag race is to do it in heat.
Ich glaube, an den erinnert sich gar keiner, an diesen hier, ne? Der ist schon sehr legendär, sage ich dir ehrlich, ja, aber ich glaube, in dieser Reihe war der 7er besser, Digga. War der 7er berühmter als der
Two
5er.
cars going head to head and winner stays on. We're obviously going to start with the two earliest cars. We have an E28 there and I'm sat in the
Oh, von vorne. Lass mal kurz gucken.
We're obviously going to start with the two earliest cars. We have an E
Boah, der sieht schon ganz nice aus, ne? Das ist schon ein geiles Design, muss man schon sagen. Dass diese vordere Seite so geht und dann wieder zurück. Warum machen die das bei den heutigen Autos nicht? Die heutigen Autos gehen so. Eigentlich könnten die so als Neues, dass man auf das alte Design zurückgeht, das in moderner machen. So und dann wieder so zurück. Wisst ihr, was ich meine? Diese Kante hier, so nach vorne und dann zack.
E28 there and I'm sat in the
Boah, das sieht auch schon ganz nice. Das sieht stark aus, Alter.
E34. So let me tell you about these cars. The E28, that particular one, is a 1986 model year. It cost £31,000 back in the day. It's powered by
Ach so, heute kostet der 31.000 Pounds.
a 3.5 litre naturally aspirated straight six
1996,
engine
ja.
that puts out 286 horsepower and 340 newton meters of torque. It drives the rear wheels only via a 5-speed manual gearbox and it weighs in at 1,430 kilos. This E34 M5 is from 1992 and it's powered by a 3.8 litre
1992. Achso, der davor war nicht 1996, der war 69, glaube ich.
aspirated straight six
Keine
that puts
Ahnung.
out 340 horsepower and 400 newton meters of torque. It drives the rear wheels via a 5-speed manual gearbox and it weighs in at 1,650 kilos. Gosh, that's a huge increase in weight, more than 200 kilograms. There's a big increase in price as well. This thing, new in 1992, was £52,000.
Boah,
So a
heute kostet der 52.000 Pounds, Bruder.
£1,000 uplift over that car. It's insane. Big thanks to the owner for letting me drive it though. Now if you want to, you can pause the video to compare the stats of the cars side by side.
Bruder, wie viel Euro sind das? Ach, da, back in the day. Was heißt back in the days? Ach, früher. Ah, okay, der hat damals 31.000 gekostet und der hat damals 52.000 gekostet. Dankeschön, Dankeschön.
But let's have a quick word to the owner of the E28.
Hello Tony, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, Matt. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm all right. Have you ever drag raced your car before?
No, I haven't. It's like something out of Greece, isn't it?
Does that mean that whoever wins gets to keep the other person's car? That's fine with me.
What is it, logbooks? You should have said I would have bought it.
Der hat eine Starbucks Rolex, Bruder. Oder, nee, ja, das ist eine Starbucks. Also der Typ ist reich auf jeden Fall.
It's all right, mate. It's all on camera. You can send it in the post.
Das gehört einem Reichen, das Auto.
I trust you. But
I might not win because this car is a lot heavier than yours and it doesn't have loads more power.
Well, we'll see. Well,
So, wow, country will be count in or for finish what sell you. Let's see if this one sounds better.
Boah, der hört sich schon direkt besser an, Digga. Das ist krass. Okay, für 20.000 Pounds, das Upgrade ist geil, Digga.
Surprise, surprise, they sound rather similar, don't they?
yeah, I think so. It's like my older brother.
Now, you're my older brother, I'm the younger brother, I'm the little upstart. Anyway, let's get on with this race.
3, 2, 1.
Ja, der rechts ist ein bisschen früher losgefahren.
Whoa, come on! When this comes on the cam, it's absolutely beautiful! Come on, baby! Come on! So this launched really well and it flies. It does a good job for such an old car. How was yours?
I got left behind in your smoke, didn't I? Fair play to you. Well done.
Can we just confirm though, there was no actual real smoke?
No, I didn't notice anything. No, just the terminology.
Panic over. Now we're going to have a rolling race from around 30 miles an hour.
Die sind so geil
And we're
aus
going to do it in
irgendwie.
seconds.
I'm the younger
Thought your car,
toner.
yeah, it's
I like them both.
clearly just stronger. Though, I think your car,
Das sieht schon nice aus.
it does look nicer.
I like them both, to be honest. That's a fetching colour, isn't it, the Daytona?
Yeah, it's really, really nice. And the inside is quite luxurious as well. Though it's really funny to think that this car was like £20,000 more than that. Pretty much 75% more than the original price
Ja,
of your car
25.000
back in the
mehr.
day.
You could almost buy a house for that then, couldn't you?
Probably. That's one big
Ja, man, damals haben Häuser so teuer gekostet, ne?
tree to the E34, but now we're going to level up as we introduce the E39. It has a 5-litre naturally aspirated V8 that puts out a colossal 400 horsepower and 500 newton meters of torque, so it's massively up on power. It drives the rear wheels only via a 6-speed manual gearbox, should have closer gear ratios, and it's not that much heavier than this. It weighs 1,695
Oh, der sieht voll hässlich aus, finde ich, ja.
kilos. But the best thing is, it's the same price. When it was new, that was 52,000
Auch 52.000. Das sieht auch aus wie so ein Facelift. Das sieht nicht aus wie ein neuer 5er.
pounds as well. Now, if you want to, you can pause the video to compare the stats of the cars side by side.
Ist sogar ein bisschen günstiger geworden, Lan. Aber nee, das ist ein ganz neuer, ne? Das ist kein Facelift, das ist ein ganz neuer.
Now let's quickly compare the sound of these cars' engines. Now let's hear the E39.
Ja, viel rennsportlicher, ne?
Let's have a quick word with
Aber ich finde den voll hässlich von hinten.
its driver, the guy who's brought the car along. Hello Ted, how are you?
Very well, thanks.
Are you all ready for a car wow drag race?
Hope so.
Well, you've got a lot more power than me, so you should win. If you don't win, shame on you.
Just have to start blaming experience for that point, I think.
Speaking of experience, do you know what? Because this is sort of the wrong way round for me, maybe I could make the car go quicker if I was more used to driving on the left-hand side and changing gear with my right hand. Obviously, being a Brit, I'm used to doing it with the left. What I need is our German car wow presenter. See if he can make this car go quicker than I did in the last race. Daniel?
Yes?
That was a bit weird. German efficiency, I guess. So, Daniel, I was thinking, being as you're German and you're used to sitting over this side and changing gear with that hand, can you make this go quicker over the quarter mile than I did?
Well, I can try.
Hopefully you can, otherwise it might
Das ist ein Deutscher.
be embarrassing. So we could embarrass Tej and also you. Let's find out. Let's swap positions, okay? Ready? So here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. So if you want to pop out faster.
2, 1.
Fehlt
Boah, das
es dem
das
Auto
erkennt man
einfach an
hart.
Leistung? Fehlt es dem Auto einfach an Leistung? Also er dreht erschütternd langsam hoch. Damit hätte ich gar nicht gerechnet.
Okay, Daniel, I can tell from all the way back here, you clearly lost.
Yes, I did.
But were you quicker than me? Yes or no? I'm guessing probably not.
No, but I want to make an excuse first.
Okay.
I did not have a practice run. This was the first time, the very first time I just got in this car. So maybe that explains the not so good result.
Hey Ted, how was that race for you?
Great launch, but went into third gear and ended up missing it, so I think I could do a little bit better.
Do you know what? Let's run it again then. You, my friend, might have had a reprieve. Let's run again, see if you can do a better time.
3, 2, 1.
Ja, das war mit Gefühl, aber dann kommt er nicht so richtig in die Pötte. Und der E39 zieht davon.
Daniel, that looked better.
It felt better and it was better.
It was better. Okay, it wasn't better than Tej, was it?
No.
Right. So Tej won, but we
Yeah.
thought he might because he's got a bunch more horsepower.
Ted, how was that run for you?
Yeah, pretty much perfect. Not much wheel spin off the line, and I nailed every gear shift, so it was quite good.
Now we're going to do a rolling race from 30 miles an hour, starting
Ich glaube, der hätte ein bisschen aggressiver schalten müssen, ja?
in second gear.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, los. Der E39 zieht davon. Oh, das war ein sehr schöner Gangwechsel. Da bin ich ein kleines bisschen stolz auf mich. Und es ist knapper als beim letzten Mal. Actual. And
Ich
it
sag
was
dir ehrlich,
less
zwischen
than expected.
den beiden würde ich mich für die ältere Variante
I
entscheiden.
could see that. Well, it's winner stays on. Tej stays on. You depart now, sir. Things are now getting.
Oh, jetzt kommen wir zu einem BMW, den ich gar nicht fühle. Dieser BMW ist für mich von hinten einer der hässlichsten BMWs überhaupt. Ich schwör's dir. Da werde ich mir sehr viele Feinde machen, weil sehr viele BMW-Fans lieben dieses Auto. Das ist für mich richtig hässlich, Digga.
Serious, because I'm now sat in an E60
Und vorne auch nicht so mein Ding, Digga. Ich hasse dieses Auto.
M5, and it's the Big Daddy, the one with the 5
Aber das ist eine Hardcore-Evolution, ne? Dieser BMW hat wirklich BMW evolutioniert, Digga. Ich weiß noch, Junge, das war so im Hype, das Auto.
litre naturally aspirated V10. So it puts out 507 horsepower and 520 newton meters of torque, driving the rear wheels via a 7-speed robotised manual gearbox, basically an auto with a single clutch. Not the greatest gearbox. Anyhow, this thing, when it was new in 2010, cost £65,000.
65.000 Euro.
And this one is almost as good as new. It's only done 9,000 miles. In terms of the weight, it tips the
Jetzt gerade mal 9.000 Kilometer runter. Boah.
scales at 1,755 kilograms. Now, if you want to compare the stats next to the E39, just pause the video now.
Wenn du überlegst, gerade mal 13.000 Pound teurer als der davor, schon krass, Digga, ne? Also ich find's besser auf jeden Fall.
Now let's quickly compare the sound of these cars' engines.
Boah. Digga, Formel 1 haben wir in Köln.
Now let's hear the E39. Let's get on with the race. But before we do, if you haven't
Ich glaube, der neue M5 wird ihn jetzt auffressen.
done so already, make sure you're subscribed to this channel and hit the
Ich glaube auch, der neuere M5 wird nicht an den M5 kommen.
bell icon because we've got some more Generations drag races that we've recorded and will be uploaded.
One.
It's going sideways. Hook, there we go. Whoa, it's absolutely dropped the E39. Mega start. Hey Tej, how are you?
Okay, the car just felt like it was quite slow. I think it's
This car is really slow. Time for the bell. Ready? I'm going to call it in. 3, 2, 1, go. Come on. You can see this drop back on the gear shift. Tej, how was your car?
Yeah, it felt great to be honest that time. It's just, like you said, more power, isn't it? You could just see it in the top end just walking away.
So, in hindsight, this one of all time, and it's now we brought in.
Maybe.
Boah.
I knew it. Now,
Digga, dieser Fünfer, krass. Ich weiß noch, mein Freund hat den damals gekauft. Zum Jahreswagen war das, Digga. 2017 oder so. Bruder, das war wie ein Raumschiff da drin, Alter. Das ist so geil. Das ist auch schon eine krasse Entwicklung von den auf den, ne? Das ist wirklich krass, Digga. Aber ich glaube trotzdem, dass, wenn wir jetzt nicht von normale Reihe gehen, sondern wenn wir in der reinen M-Power-Reihe reden, also M5, weißt du? Von M5. Nicht 5er, sondern M5 ist der trotzdem beliebter als der.
We brought
Safe.
in what
Der
I
hier.
think is the scariest BMW M5 of all time. And it's that thing there, the F10 and the 30 Yara version in particular, because it's been built to celebrate 30 years of the M5. And so it has the most power out of all of the rear drive BMW M5s. It has a 4.4 litre twin turbo V8, which puts out 600 horsepower and 700 Newton meters of torque. And it drives the rear wheels only via a 7-speed dual clutch automatic gearbox with launch control. Though unlike in the very latest M5, the launch control doesn't engage traction. You have to have it all the way off. And it's hilarious. Still, it's a long car and it's quite heavy, so maybe it'll be okay to control on the launch. So that thing weighs in at 1,870 kilos, and the price of that when it was new in 2014, £90,000. Anyway, if you pause the video now, you can compare these two car stats side by side.
Jetzt kommt's zum wirklich, wo nur Reiche das kaufen können, Alter. 25.000 Pounds mehr, Digga.
To drive the lairiest of Larry BMW M5s, I've brought back Daniel. Daniel, how you feeling? Are you nervous?
Yeah, a little bit with everything turned off. Don't you feel like modern cars have a much easier to use launch control than these?
Yeah, it's definitely easier. This one's weird in this car, like holding it using the gear selector, not the brake. But anyway, did the job on the last launch I did, and because I know that thing has just pressure for you to get, I can.
Go on then, give it your
Jetzt
best
bin ich
shot.
gespannt.
Actually, not.
Ich sag dir ganz ehrlich, das ist so dieser modernisierte, saubere Sound. Da finde ich den von dem alten BMW viel geiler, so Ferrari, Formel 1 mäßig, weißt du?
Not such a big difference as I thought. Oh dear.
I think this one...
Mine's like 8.5.
Oh, I'm bouncing off at 4,000.
Actually, to tell you the truth, I'm bouncing off at 7,000. Anyway, enough of that nonsense. Let's race. Oh, glasses on for that. Glasses on for that.
3, 2, 1.
Spinach. All over the place. Well, I've dropped him.
Digga, der frisst ihn auf.
Dropped him good and proper.
Das ist krass.
That launch wasn't quite as good as the one against the E39, but it was still pretty epic.
Oh, Daniel, you lost.
Yeah, so I was thinking it might work. I just floor it, and I did, and it spun up the wheels, and I didn't go very fast.
Do you reckon you can do a better job?
Yeah, I think so. I also crept slightly forward. I'm amazed you didn't notice, so I was kind of cheating and still losing.
But it did the proper launch control sequence, right?
Oh, that definitely, yes.
So, do you want another go?
Yeah, I think...
2, 1.
That was rubbish.
Oh, das Auto schwimmt!
Tosh.
Spätestens früher in den dritten Gang hochgeschaltet.
Ja, trotzdem krass vom alten BMW.
That was stupid of me. I did it before when it really launched dead good on the in-gear thing, but then it was just too slow.
Okay, you had me there, Daniel. It's one each.
3, 2, 1.
Oh,
And he just cocked us completely.
Die hat der ja voll
I'm gonna run it
verkackt,
through
Alter.
anyway, see what it does. Has a bad
passiert?
thing happened?
you see that little ball?
What the hell is that?
So it sounds like it's completely ground itself.
What?
Yeah, like... I turned it off immediately because it sounded like it was getting worse. Oh,
Oh mein Gott, was ist da passiert? Oh mein Gott, was ist da passiert?
Oh my God.
well, it's... Oh, no, it's not too hot. Look at that.
That's a big ball of metal, which we think might have come from
The car.
I'm a mechanic.
Inside. the inside of the car. There's another one that's under the car.
the diff, maybe.
Was ist das?
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure how many we lost.
Oh dear. Well, best 2 out of 3. This worked.
Der hat das Auto gekriegt einfach.
And I guess it stays on. Okay, we're going to have to push the car just so we can continue with the races. We've also
Was? Die machen nochmal?
noticed, come here, look.
Oh, there's another ball.
The badge has fallen off. We've got another ball. And do you know what we should do?
Wo ist das BMW-Logo, Bruder? Was ist das für ein bulgarischer BMW?
We should go look for the badge.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll let them do that. We'll go get the badge. Badge, where's the badge? We've given the poor old F10 back. It appears it was a drive shaft,
Aber weiß
not
der
the
einfach.
diff, and thankfully that isn't too expensive to fix. Anyway, it has meant that the F10 is out of this race now, and it's a case of when
Oh mein Gott, die haben da einfach das Auto gefickt, Digga.
it stays on,
Antriebswellen, Kugellager, alles da.
which means that we have to run the E60.
Boah, Digga, pff, Alter, sieht der geil aus, dieser BMW.
It's going up against the
Boah, Bruder, wie viel kosten die?
F90.
Wallah stark, Digga. Die müssen doch jetzt bestimmt günstig sein, oder nicht?
So let me tell you about that car. It has a 4.4 litre twin-turbo V8 and it puts out
Boah, der wird gekauft, Digga. Das ist der nächste BMW, den ich mir hole.
625 horsepower and 750 newton meters of torque. It drives all
Kriegt man einen für 40 jetzt so? Ja, natürlich kein M, Leute. Ich rede nicht von M.
4 wheels via an 8-speed torque converter automatic
Kriegt man einen so für 40, 35?
gearbox,
40 sowieso, hä, na klar. Kriegt man einen für 30?
but it does have launch control. That car weighs
Aber nach einem 35 kriegst du einen 7er.
in at 1,865
Bruder, Jungs, bitte.
kilograms and it costs 111,000
Als ob die Dinger teurer sind als ein 7er.
pounds. Now,
Obwohl, warte mal, der Baujahr ist ganz anders, ne?
if you want to compare the stats
Stimmt, warte mal, 7er, mein 7er ist jetzt 2016.
of these
Ja, das ist festes da.
two cars side by side, pause your video.
Die sind ja neuer, deshalb. Was ist hier Baujahr? Sieht man leider nicht. Oh, jetzt sind wir schon bei 111.000. Das Doppelte als der E60, der F90. 530 kostet 35k. Facelift? Ja.
Daniel, we're going to do a sound check and I'm going to rev this up first.
Ja, 35 für 40 kriegst du, glaube ich, einen krassen. Oh, jetzt bin ich gespannt auf seinen Sound.
And now rev up and try not to break it.
Nee, wallah, zieht mir nicht. Nee, gar nicht. Stell dir vor, der fährt den jetzt auch kaputt, der Daniel.
I'll tell you what, Daniel, that doesn't sound anywhere near as good as the F10 did.
Boah, die
You know,
Sitze und
maybe
so
the
sehen
sound
richtig
deadening in
geil
this
aus.
car is so good that I don't really notice a lot of the engine.
Exactly. That F10 with the 30 Euro with the upgraded exhaust sounds mint. That, yeah.
You know what we should do, Daniel?
What?
I reckon because your car has a switchable all-wheel drive system, we should run it first of all in rear-wheel drive. The only problem is that you won't be able to use launch control, so I won't use it either, to keep it fair, okay?
Sounds wonderful.
Keep you fair.
3, 2, 1.
Der Start von mir war sehr gut.
Absolutely dropped me. That was a terrible launch. You totally mullered me off the line. It was incredible, really.
It was also a lot easier than in the previous model, I think.
Yeah, I mean, no traction, it just hooked up. There's a bit of delay when I stamp on the accelerator and yeah. Okay then, Daniel, now you go all-wheel drive, launch control, and I'm going to use launch control.
Boah, ich finde, dieser BMW sieht so geisteskrank aus.
3, 2, 1.
Wow.
It's better, but not good enough.
Ja, okay, stimmt. Wir haben hier Allrad gegen Heck, ne? Stimmt. Stimmt, ja. Kannst ja fast gar nicht vergleichen.
I mean, this thing launches absolutely brilliantly, but it is spinning up
Man
its
sieht das richtig einfach. Einfach Allrad, geht einfach nach vorne
tires a
rüber.
bit. And that thing just rockets off. Though
Philipp Klein, danke dir, mein Schatz, für 8 Monate.
it didn't really seem that much faster than when you're in two-wheel drive.
So then what exactly happened? Well, the F90 won. It completed the standing course. The F12 for 14.6 seconds, and the E28 was the slowest. It took 16 seconds to complete the standing quarter mile.
Okay, super. Hat uns gefallen, die schöne BMW-Reihe, Digga. Also der neue BMW, den werde ich mir mal ein bisschen anschauen, Digga. Wenn der günstig ist, Digga, dann kann man das vielleicht mal holen, Digga.